Hello everyone, let's move straight in because this chapter gives you a mental shortcut that will help you understand almost every AI use case you see at work. We're talking about the 7 foundational AI patterns. Stay with me here because once these patterns click, AI stops feeling complicated and starts feeling organized. Let me begin with the official study guide definition, but I'll explain it the way I do in a live class. Foundational AI patterns are recurring solution approaches that describe how AI capabilities are commonly applied to solve business problems. Now, let me make that very simple. AI patterns are like templates. They describe what kind of problem AI is solving, not the technology used underneath. Different tools, same pattern. Think of it like furniture. A chair can be wood, plastic, or metal, but it's still a chair. AI patterns work the same way. Different algorithms, same purpose. Once you learn these patterns, you stop asking what algorithm is this and start asking what problem pattern is this. That's a very CPMAI way of thinking. Now let's move into the first pattern, prediction. Here's the official study guide definition spoken naturally. The prediction pattern uses historical data to estimate future outcomes or probabilities. Let me slow that down. Prediction means using the past to guess the future. That's it. No magic. Think of it like weather forecasting. We look at past weather patterns that predict tomorrow's weather. AI does the same thing just with business data. You might have seen this at work already. Predicting sales, predicting customer churn, predicting equipment failure. Same pattern, different data. Here's a simple story. A company wanted to know which customers might stop using their service. AI looked at past customers who left and learned the patterns. And it didn't know the future, it estimated likelihood. That's prediction as a CPMAI professional. Remember this, predictions are probabilities, not promises. Now let's gently move into the second pattern, classification. Here's the official study guide definition explained naturally. The classification pattern assigns data into predefined categories based on learned patterns. Now let me make that very easy. Classification means sorting things into buckets. That's all. Think of email spam filters. Spam or not spam, that's classification. At work, you might classify support tickets by priority, documents by type, or transactions by risk level. Let me give you a quick example. An insurance company receives thousands of claims. AI classifies them as low risk, medium risk, or high risk. Humans still make final decisions, but classification speeds everything up. Prediction guesses a number or likelihood. Classification puts things into groups, different patterns, different purposes. Um, Now, stay with me because the next two patterns are very common and often confused. Let's start with the third pattern, recommendation. Here's the study guide definition, spoken like a trainer. The recommendation pattern suggests options to users based on preferences, behavior, or similarity to others. Let me simplify that. Recommendation means people like you also like this. You see this everywhere, movies, products, learning courses. Here's a workplace example. A learning platform suggests courses based on what you've already completed. It's not judging you, it's matching patterns. Now, smoothly connected to this is the fourth pattern, personalization. Personalization adapts content or experiences to individual users based on their characteristics or behavior. Now, let me explain the difference. Recommendation suggests options, personalization changes the experience. Think of it like this. Recommendation says, here are 3 items you might like. Personalization says, I've rearranged the page just for you. A banking app showing different dashboards to different users is personalization. Um, Both patterns improve experience, but they work in slightly different ways. Now, let's move into the fifth pattern, anomaly detection, which is extremely important in risk focused projects. Here's the official study guide definition explained naturally. Anomaly detection identifies data points or behaviors that deviate significantly from normal patterns. Let me say that simply. Anomaly detection finds things that look unusual. Think of it like noticing something doesn't feel right. You might have seen this in fraud detection. Transaction looks different from usual behavior, so it gets flagged. Here's a simple story. A credit card is normally used in one city. Suddenly, it's used in another country within an hour. AI flags it. It doesn't accuse, it alerts. Humans decide next steps. That's anomaly detection working quietly in the background. Now, closely related is the sixth pattern, automation and decision support. This pattern uses AI outputs to assist or automate decisions within defined boundaries. Let me make that very clear. AI does not replace decision makers here. It supports them or automates only simple decisions. Approving routine requests automatically while escalating complex ones is a classic example. As a CPMAI professional, your role is to define those boundaries carefully. Now let's gently close with the seventh pattern, content generation, which connects strongly to generative AI. Here's the official study guide definition, spoken naturally. The content generation pattern creates new content such as text, images, or code based on learned data patterns. Let me say that in everyday language, content generation creates drafts. It gives you a starting point, writing emails, summarizing reports, generating ideas. This is content generation. But remember, generation is not validation. Humans must still review. Now, let me bring everything together. These seven patterns, prediction, classification, recommendation, personalization, anomaly detection, automation, and decision support and content generation, are lenses. They help you understand what AI is really doing. When someone says, "We need AI," you now know how to respond. You ask, which pattern are we solving for? That single question can save months of confusion and wasted effort. We are going to discuss key AI terminology, algorithms, models, and training data in details in next chapter.